We're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. The best music. For your listening pleasure.
It's here, the 12th District Community Engagement Fun in the Sun on Saturday, August 1st, 2020. It's virtual, it's uplifting, and all about love.
10,000 boxes of food.
Boxes of love.
Will be given away for free at 11 a.m. on Saturday, August 1 in approximately 40 locations to be provided by the Faith Community and other charitable organizations. For location details, follow us on our Facebook page, Fun in the Sun Bronx. At 6 p.m., tune in to our YouTube channel and Facebook Live, Fun in the Sun NYC. Live performances by
Carlene Davis, Glacier Robinson, O'Dane Roden.
And the Worship Experience. Dance and spoken word artists. Pastor Donnie McLaughlin and Pastor Paul Peart will share messages of upliftment. Andy King, council member for the 12th District of the New York City Council, will address the audience.
For more information, you can call us at 914-275-3961 or 917-374-8580. You can also visit our Facebook page, Fun in the Sun Bronx, New York, or visit our website, funinthesun.nyc. This virtual event is sponsored by Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency, New Testament Temple Church of God,
DYCD,
Victoria Mutual Building Society,
Corey's Eats,
the New York City Council,
IHOP,
Glory Music,
S&Y Grace, and New York City Council member Andy King of the 12th District.
could just sit and listen to my track all afternoon. 18 minutes after 5 o'clock. Good afternoon to you. To everyone tuning in to Inside of the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. It is Monday. How are you doing? How was your July 4th weekend? Did you barbecue in your backyard? If you did, I hope you practiced your social distancing. I hope you had your masks on. Hey everybody, it's Monday. I'm so happy to be here to keep your company until 7 o'clock. Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. On a Monday afternoon, the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Happy birthday to my seniors, wherever you are. Happy birthday to the young at heart. Happy anniversary to somebody out there today. Reminding you, hashtag ITZ Radio, hashtag host Lady D, hashtag community life. Email me. I'd like to get your emails. Inside the Zone NYC@gmail.com. Log on to my Facebook page. Thank you, Patrice B. Says she subscribed to my channel. Patrice, it's been long. It's been a long time, like too long. It is Monday, July 6th, 20 minutes after 5 o'clock. Welcome to Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7. Airing my broadcast this afternoon is Sign FM 88.9. 21 minutes after 5 o'clock. (914-600-4228) or telephone number here in the Linkage Radio Station, 914-600-4228. What do I have in store for you this afternoon? The Monday Beat, chasing the Monday blues out of here, coming up in a minute. Guess what kind of Monday it is today? Inner Circle Monday. Yeah, selections of the Inner Circle group, that band. Yeah, it's my Inner Circle Monday. It is the first Monday, you know, so I feature a band on the first Monday for the Monday Drive. Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. Tammy Chin gets candid on music, marriage, and motherhood. Check it out. My Music Zone, Inner Circle Monday. A Jamaica ting. History of Jamaican riddles. Are you good at Jamaican riddles? I know a few. Yeah, I know a few. You know a whole lot, don't you? I'm sure you do. At 6 o'clock, we have Keeping You in the Know. News, headlines, local, regional, international. Chris Wilby joins me then. It's a good afternoon here on a Monday. 23 minutes after 5 o'clock. I'm ready to get into my Inner Circle Monday. How about you? If you're home, if you're driving, if you're working hard, are you impacted by COVID-19? You're recuperating, you're recovering with your health, with your finances. You've been going to the pantry because things have just gone bad. Ah, boy. But I bless you this afternoon. This is 104.5, 101.7. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. Good afternoon to you, and you. Please, if you have subscribed to my channel, like Patrice B. just did, then I invite you to share the link with someone and have them join me. Have them say, hey, Lady D, how are you today? It's my first time. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Want to say hi to everyone. And as I promised you, it's my Inner Circle Monday. What a way to start off the show.
Running wild, my tongue gets tied, and that's no you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now give you no break. Police now give you no break. That old soldier man I give you no break. Not even your eyes now give you no breaks. Well, hey, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Why did you have to act so mean? Don't you know you're a human being? Born of a mother with the love of a father. Reflection comes and reflection goes. I know sometimes you wanna let go. Hey, I know sometimes you wanna let go. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You're too bad. You're too rude. You're too bad. You're too rude. Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys.
Oh, yes, it's Monday, the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. Good afternoon to you, and you. This is Linkage Radio, 104.5, 101.7 FM. And broadcasting with me is Sign FM 88.9, 5:32 p.m. It is my Inner Circle Monday. Yep, so you just heard Bad Boys. And want to say hi to all those of you who are tuning in this afternoon. Share the word, spread the word, let them know the show is on. Share the link with someone. To those of you who are viewing me live on my YouTube channel, Inside the Zone live stream. Inside the Zone live stream. Let me run to the phone line and see who wants to say hello. Let's see who just want to say hi. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Lady B.
Good afternoon to you.
I was listening so keenly. I didn't know that you know all those music. I said, Lady B didn't come this evening at all.
Yes, man. I know two tune.
Oh, boy.
Tune. What's going on?
How are you?
Good. How a piece of rain catch me coming here. You see, Gloria.
I was saying maybe the rain, when I see it overcast like this, and then listening to the music, I said maybe DJ Linkage just play some music for it.
Well, that's a
in your slot.
That's a good thing.
Your time slot.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know it was going to rain. I did not check. I usually check, but I didn't check the forecast. So by the time I was coming out of the vehicle to get inside, you should see me. I am.
I see dark up, and then when I hear the music, Lady B, believe me, I just like down here, I said, look at Lady B, don't come at all. I wasn't even talking, I don't know if my grandson here.
Oh.
Bad boys, and I hear his music stomping. I said, listen, good till it's finished to hear if you talk.
Right. No, man, I came, I did my introduction as usual, and then, you know, it's my segment for the Monday beat.
I didn't hear that part.
Oh.
I didn't turn it to, I had
No
it on
problem.
something else.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I just lie down because old people don't go out on holidays, they stay home.
Oh,
So you eat what you can get, and I wasn't even feeling so hot. So
okay.
I'm a house person, as I said. I listen to everything that goes on, and if I don't have to go out, I don't go out.
Oh, I get you.
You
I get
know.
you. All right.
Sometimes my daughter used to take me to a friend,
Yes.
but I have my other children here now and my grandson.
Okay, no
So-
problem. Well, blessings.
And I don't drive.
I'm going to
So
jump.
I listen
know.
to everything that goes on.
That's all right. I'm going to jump literally into the next
Okay,
segment.
okay, Lady B.
You stick and stay
So I'll
with
be
me.
listening.
All right, take it easy, my love. That's Gloria. Good afternoon to everyone. 5:35 p.m. Inside the Zone. Time signal brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Stop by 718-324-7484. 718-324-7484. Place your order for your fried chicken, your jumbo shrimp, your steamed fish, your escovitch fish, just about everything. And if you're like most people, and I'm going to include myself, because during the summertime, it's just, you can't bother with too much cooking. I don't know. I said it already, and I'll say it again. In the summertime, I tend to like to drink a lot in the summertime, more than eating. I don't know about you. You perhaps just love the fireside and just like to go there and cook. But some people really don't like to do it a lot. You know, in the summertime, you just want to go out and have fun. But for whatever reason that you're tuned in this afternoon, you're here for a reason. 5:36 p.m. I'd like to take you now to the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. And who am I featuring this afternoon? Tammy Chin. She gets candid. Music, marriage, and motherhood. Stick and stay with me, everyone. Don't go anywhere.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi, Untold Journeys, where I speak with some of my favorite people and have some shape-shifting conversations. Here, they share their stories, leaving nuggets of goodness and life lessons to motivate and inspire our own life's journeys. She's a daughter, a sister, a mother, a wife, a friend, one of the most multifaceted people I know, and someone who, if I may say so, dares to tackle everything. Tammy Chin. My spams.
Yes.
I don't even know if I can call you Tammy. Do I have it in me to say Tammy? My
You
spams.
haven't called me Tammy for years,
I
so
know.
I don't know how this is
'cause
going to
you're
work.
my spams. You're so lovely. You're honestly one of the most lovely humans I know, and I think you are one of the best examples I know of just being so authentically you. And it's refreshing. It is beautiful and it is refreshing. And I think it's exemplary. I think a lot of people are not comfortable enough to be exactly who they are. I feel like it takes a boldness that I really think you possess. Where does that come from in Tammy?
Gosh, thank you, first of all. I don't
I
take
mean it.
compliments
You know I
so
mean it.
well. But I appreciate it, and I'm learning to say thank you for something like that, because, you know, I don't know where that comes from, except that I guess I always had an upbringing that allowed me to be who I was,
Yeah.
and allowed me to figure that out. I was never pushed into any direction or pushed to be a certain way or to, you know, I had a mother and a father who really said it was okay to be who I was.
Right.
And, you know, when you're growing up and you get into your teenage years, you try on different styles of personalities.
Yeah.
I used to do this funny thing where I would try on a new laugh or a new sneeze. I don't know if you've ever
I
done
thought you were
that.
going to say accents. I wasn't ready for any laugh
Sometimes
first.
an accent.
I know you do that. I know you do that.
But they never once, you know, not let me do those things. And even as a teenager, feeling it out. But I have to tell you, I'm still figuring out who I am.
Yeah.
And even in my 30s have been the most comfortable I've been with who I am. And I hear 40s get better.
Oh, I'm looking forward to
I
it.
can't wait. I'm
Yeah.
one of the few people who can't wait to get older.
But it's funny that you say you're still figuring out who you are
Yeah.
because you're so multifaceted. You are a multi-potentialite.
100.
100%.
Yep.
So there is Tammy the singer.
Yep.
There's Tammy the entrepreneur.
Yep.
There's
Yep.
Tammy the mom.
Yep.
There is Tammy the dreamer.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about, let's rally back to where you were just now mentioning your parents, kind
Yeah.
of they're musicians.
Yeah.
How much did that influence your journey in music?
Not much.
Really? Didn't expect that.
You know, people think that, okay, so even though my parents were musicians, that really took place long before I was born.
Right, okay.
And even when I was born, that wasn't how they earned their keep, in other words.
Okay.
So I really saw my dad being a business owner, an entrepreneur.
It wasn't their bread and butter.
It wasn't, yeah, it was, and for
See
fun.
what I did there?
I see it.
Cute
wasn't-
Tessan on the voice.
It wasn't really, so I really saw that part of him, which
Right.
I emulate far more than the music. The music just came in because, if I'm honest with you, my last day of school was high school.
Right.
You know, I never went to college. I never did university. I didn't do sixth form. And so it was just the next step
Right.
because I could do it. Not because I had this grand love or passion for it. I just thought, well, that's what I'll do. I was living in England, so I wanted to come home.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents supported that decision. I had nobody saying, no, I think you should do this. I mean, my dad did say to me, he said, if you don't do anything by the time you're 21, promise me you'll go back to school.
Right.
And that was a deal I could live with because I was 16 or 17.
And it gave you enough
And
room
it gave me enough
to
room to
explore.
try.
Yeah.
And so that was the greatest gift he gave me, the no pressure to just do it, you know? And by the time I was on my 22nd birthday, I signed a record deal. So that's
at
how I
that.
ended up doing music. But it wasn't this great influence of my life and my passion, even though there are a million videos of me saying it was my passion.
It wasn't truly
It,
passion.
now that I look back, it really wasn't. It was just something I could do.
Did the idea of fortune and fame and notoriety running as a outcome of the music
Yeah.
attract you?
Of course, I was
Yeah.
a teenager.
Yeah.
And the idea of being famous and known and people do it, of course,
Yeah.
100%. But it also wasn't what I thought it would be, right?
Right.
Like everybody who is in the business will tell
There's
you.
a dark side to the business.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you know. But I think more than anything else, I've always been a person who follows her curiosity. And my curiosity led me to music
Right.
and to everything else that has come along the way. And I think that's really important for people to start doing.
To anybody looking on, you were gonna be it.
Yeah.
The big deals were coming in. The big
Yeah.
stage was becoming open to you. Things were happening. You were moving and shaking in that
Yeah.
space, and then you stopped. And everybody was just like, wait, what?
Yes.
Were you concerned that you would have been perceived as a failure?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The first thing that comes to your mind is, how will people think of me in this? Like, will I be a failure? It's pretty similar to when people decide to get a divorce.
Right.
Does it then omit the 22 years of your marriage and now all of a sudden you didn't have a good marriage because of this end? And I had to really sum it up in that way.
Right.
So I've done music for X amount of years, achieved X amount of things, maybe not in the way people expected or wanted, but here I am at the end of it and saying, that's it for me. Does it take all of that away?
Right.
Does it, say it didn't happen? No, it doesn't. And so my divorce from music was just a divorce.
Let's talk a bit about that. Expectations.
Yeah.
Because you hit something there. People's expectations versus your truth.
Yeah.
I know I can say for myself, I have been absolutely crippled
Yeah.
by the expectations of people. I have stayed in things I didn't want to be in. I have made choices that I knew were wrong choices, but it's because I felt that's what people expected, and I didn't want to be a disappointment or a failure. When did you get to the point where people's expectations really could not be a determining factor in your life?
I'm not sure, tell you the truth. And I feel like it's a muscle we have to exercise.
Right.
So it's the more I started to say no, or better yet, the more I started to say yes to me, that I started to drop those expectations. And I realized I had expectations of myself. So on top of all of that and people's expectations of me, there came a point where I was like, whose expectations matter most? Yeah.
Who I have to live with.
Who do I have to live with? And it's me. And I have to say, it's an ongoing process. I still haven't let go of people's expectations in many ways. And like I said, it's something that you build as you go along. It doesn't just happen overnight. And then I worry about how much expectations I'm putting on my children, my husband, and people around me too. And so it's becoming... It's the two-edged sword, you know, and you're like...
I would love to give you more. I really would, but it's 5:45 and I have to move to the next segment coming up. Welcome, you're joining me. You just got in, right? Or you're just like, tired. But let me listen to Lady D, of course. 5:45 p.m. Inside the Zone. Guess what it is today? The Monday Drive. Keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. So if you're walking somewhere, you're talking to somebody, hope you have on your mask, and you're doing something interesting for you, for yourself, then you are at the right place with me today. Got some more music for you from my Inner Circle Monday. It's the first Monday in the month of July. Did you know it's my birth month? Yes. It's my birth month, and I start counting down already. I look forward to my birthday. I didn't have a birthday party until I think, like, how old was I again? Maybe like 20, maybe 25 or so. Some friends surprised me. I didn't have birthday parties like that, but I certainly enjoyed that one deggy one. You remember the term deggy, right? I remember that one deggy one I had. So hi to you, and you. And if you're joining me, hey, Pat. Pat is on, and Christine says that she, the gentleman, by the way, because I'm featuring the Inner Circle Band. And so that gentleman who used to be the lead singer in the Inner Circle back in the day, she says he was a friend of hers, Endel Majors. All right, so people know people, of course, after all, people know people. So it's now time for some more music for you. I feel like giving you this one. This one.
Yes, I remind you, life goes on. Yeah, it's all about
La 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 la, life goes on.
Hey,
Life goes on, yeah.
It's the nights of borrow in the marketplace, and Molly is a singer in the band. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face, and Molly says this as she takes him by the hand. Yes, life goes on.
When was the last time you heard this song? Inner Circle. It's my Inner Circle Monday.
Desmond takes a trolley to the jeweler store and buys a 20-carat golden ring. Takes it back to Molly standing at the door, and as he gives it to her, she begins to sing. Yes, in a couple of years they have built a whole sweet home. Yes, with a couple of kids
lyrics, the lyrics, they rock your soul. Lightning a flash and the thunder a roll. Music a play and we out of control. Love is not a gamble, love is not a tire. Love is just a thing where everybody enjoy. Don't worry, they have to make the good vibes go. Big it up, and make the whole world know. Oh, life goes on. Yeah, well, life goes on. Oh, life goes on. Yeah, well, life goes on. Hey, happy ever after in the marketplace. Desmondless children lend a hand, while Molly stays at home and does her pretty face, and in the evening she'll be jamming with the band. Yes, oh Gata, life goes on. Whoa, life goes on. Life goes on. Oh Gata, life goes on. Whoa, life goes on. Oh Gata, life goes on. Well, life goes on. Oh Gata, life goes on. Yeah, life goes on. Oh,
Life goes on. Yeah. Yeah, it's my Inner Circle Monday. I do apologize for that. And Pat says that she always loved Inner Circle, and this is really authentic music. Of course it is. First Monday in July, and it is my band Monday. So I'm featuring Inner Circle. Last month it was Morgan Heritage, if you all remember. Want to welcome you to the show, the Monday Drive. How was the firecrackers for you? How was the fireworks? I had to put a post. I had to say, sometimes people must be saying, you know, Lady D, I don't know about you. We hear you and then you pop out something different. We're wondering if it's you, but yes, it's me. So this past Saturday, I sent out a post. I said, fire clappers, front of me, behind me, beside me, and back of me. Who me must call for eardrum damage? So people were sending me to number 45. Oh, Lord. Oh, it was so funny. But I hope you're all doing good on a Monday. And I want to remind you, the segment is brought to you by Corey's Eats, 3762 Boston Road, Bronx, New York. And Corey's doing good. I stopped by and picked up, you know, I'm a jumbo shrimp fan. I really like the jumbo shrimp. But I decided to buy the fried fish. And so I had fried fish on Saturday on my way home. And I want to say good afternoon to the staff over there at Corey's Eats. Keep doing what you're doing. 3762 Boston Road, pass by, and guess what? They're powered by Uber Eats, so you can call and have your Uber order put in, and they will deliver for you. They're open Monday to Thursday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. No Sunday, please. They close for Sunday. They go to worship, they relax, whatever they do, but they don't open on a Sunday. All right? Reminding you that a big event is coming up, and those of you who are always in support of the event, you know we have a change going on, don't you? Yes, we do.
It's here, the 12th District Community Engagement Fun in the Sun on Saturday, August 1st, 2020. It's virtual, it's uplifting, and all about love.
10,000 boxes of food
Boxes of love.
will be given away for free at 11 a.m. on Saturday, August 1 in approximately 40 locations to be provided by the Faith Community and other charitable organizations. For location details, follow us on our Facebook page, Fun in the Sun Bronx. At 6 p.m., tune in to our YouTube channel and Facebook Live Fun in the Sun NYC. Live performances by
Carlene Davis, Glacier Robinson, O'Dane Roden.
and the Worship Experience. Dance and spoken word artists Pastor Donnie McLaughlin and Pastor Paul Peart will share messages of upliftment. Andy King, council member for the 12th District of the New York City Council, will address the audience.
For more information, you can call us at 914-275-3961 or 917-374-8580. You can also visit our Facebook page, Fun in the Sun Bronx, New York, or visit our website, funinthesun.nyc. This virtual event is sponsored by Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency, New Testament Temple Church of God,
DYCD,
Victoria Mutual Building Society,
Chorus Eats,
the New York City Council,
IHOP,
Glory Music,
S&Y Grace, and New York City Council member Andy King of the 12th District.
Welcome back. I do apologize. Pat, I believe I had you on hold because I had to take my commercial break, so you may give me a call back. 5 minutes to 6 o'clock. Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7, and 88.9. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez, and it is my pleasure being here with you another Monday to say hi. Hey, what's up? What's up? Reminding you, hashtag ITZ Radio. Hashtag Community Life. Hashtag ITZ Community Life. Good afternoon.
Yes, good evening, Lady D, and good evening to the radio listeners. Where is Chris?
It's not yet 6.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to comment, on the clappers. Lady D, those were no clappers. Those were thunderbolts.
I know. Your house shook.
My God, Lady D, I went up to Michelle. It was my granddaughter's 16th birthday, and I really haven't been partying, but, they had it in an open area, in an apartment building, and they had a big yard. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, it was like a clash. Like east, it was north against the south.
Right.
They were from one end to the next. And I tell you, I was never so shocked. I said, listen, I have to go. And when I left there, I came home hoping to get a little relief. Mm-hmm. At the end of my block, there are some Spanish folks. And let me tell you, for about 3 hours, they were like rockets. I said, Lord have mercy, I think I'm going to have to put in a claim like you, for eardrum damage.
Because I posted that for fun, right? Because I understand,
I know.
The whole festive feel and so on. And I went to bed about like 12:30, and I just fell asleep, and it was still going on, and I slept right through it and woke up like after 6 or so. Because I can rest. Once I go to my bed, I sleep and rest. So that don't bother me.
These people, Lady D, there is no way you could have gotten any rest, because when those things went off, they sounded like rockets.
Yeah.
It like jolted you. There is no way you could have gotten any rest. But it's all over, because for about 2 weeks straight,
yes, they
every night,
early.
There was no rest.
Early.
The worst is over, thank God.
All right, take it easy.
I just wanted to call and give my 2 cents in, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Lady D, all right,
Who
bye-bye.
else is on the line this afternoon?
Hello?
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Lady D.
Hey, Hortense, my dear heart. Hortense, what's up? You have clappers problem too?
I hear you talking about your eardrum.
Right.
My God, I'm telling you, Up to last night, they was doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
You heard a few. Just
And
a
I
few.
hear about your fried fish
Mm-hmm.
and your jumbo shrimp. The jumbo shrimp.
Mm-hmm. You like shrimp? I can hear a lot of people in your background, Hortense. I hear a lot of people in your background.
Yes.
So you're
And
all
the
right
children
though?
then,
Oh, your
and
children.
grandchildren.
I hear that. Enjoy them. Enjoy them.
Yes, and you hear people get hurt, you know, Saturday.
Yes, I have news to read with it, so I'm
Yes.
aware. Yes, because
My God.
I've always been
I was
concerned.
saying this, I hope they should ban it. Ban it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, man. Too much.
Well, guess what?
A 7-year-old and 8-year-old people get dead.
Get her, yes. So listen now. I'm gonna have to love you and leave you, but once Mr. Wilby and I start talking, you know you can call us at any time. Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna take a signal now, and then you link me back when we start talking news, because I know that's your pet peeve.
Yes.
All right. So in a bit.
All right.
Okay, lovey. All righty. That's my Hortons right there for you. Good afternoon, everybody. Want to say welcome to the show and Cooler Runnings and Corey's Eats. They are the sponsors of the show today, reminding you that Fun in the Sun, it's virtual this year, the concert portion of it. And of course, we have the food distribution. And I tell you, food. Did you know that people, you're ever just in your house and feel like, oh, I don't feel like a shop today. I don't feel to go to supermarket. I don't feel to go to the green grocery today. I just don't feel. Because when I look in my fridge, and I'm not play hating the fridge now, I'm only saying, when you look in your fridge and you're like, oh, so I have milk, I have this, I don't need to go shop. I can wait until it go down a little more. You know that there are tons of people who don't have that privilege, right? They can't look in fridge and say, oh, I don't need to, because no, there are people who need it every day, especially those who have children, those who are not earning a lot of money, particularly the Bronx, because the Bronx is the poorest borough, right? Poorest borough. When we pull up our stats based on what we have to do on my job, and we pull up stats and it shows you the earning power of the average person in the household, no wonder we're considered the poorest borough. People not earning no money. It's very sad. So can you imagine during the pandemic, they were sent home. Some of them were not getting any pay. So when people show up at these food pantries and you see the same faces every day, we shouldn't say anything because we're not in people's shoe. We're not wearing the same size shoe. Sometimes people come on the line and they're there and somebody, you hear them saying, oh, didn't come yesterday. Leave the people alone. Let them get the food and go, because time hard. These are difficult times and we are yet to see even more. Inside the Zone, I had to drop that there. Inside the Zone, the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Taking a time signal courtesy of Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nereid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Absolutely. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to you. It is now time for us to get into the segment. What do we call it again? The Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. Chris Wilby will join me momentarily. And so I would like to say hello to everyone out there doing what they do, doing how they do it, and ensuring that you're doing it safely. All right? So I'm getting into the segment, and I just want to welcome everyone. News, 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 and more news. And by the way, the moment the news segment starts, you may call me. If I read the first headline and you want to say something on it, don't wait until like 10 minutes, 5 minutes to wrap up the show. Call right throughout. We will take a break and speak to you. All right? 914-600-4228. That's 914-600-4228. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the show Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. My co-host, I don't know, but I want to say I'm multitasking, so I do apologize for that. But I'd like to just let everybody, of course, I'd just like everybody to know that the show is ready to go, and I am here with you to keep you company until 7 o'clock. Let me get into the first headline of the afternoon, reminding you, you may call me 914-600-4228. That's 914-600-4228. And I start with the first headline of the afternoon, which is U.S. COVID-19 near-death 130,000. Florida and Texas report record case numbers. Can you imagine that? When you see the numbers go up on your television screens, you're still trying to process it like myself, aren't you? Yes, you're still trying to say, my God, so many people. Nearly 130,000 people in the United States have died from the coronavirus, and more than 2.8 million people have been infected, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Both Florida and Texas reported their biggest daily rise in new confirmed cases over the past few days, with the former reporting 11,443 new resident cases on Saturday and another 9,999 on Sunday. Texas reported a record of 8,258 new cases on Saturday, followed by 3,449 on Sunday. California reported 5,410 new cases on Sunday, and Arizona reported 3,536 new COVID-19 cases on Sunday. I quote for you, I will tell you, a month ago, 1 in 10 people were testing positive. Today, it's 1 in 4. End quote. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner told CBS the number of people who are getting sick and going to the hospitals has exponentially increased. The number of people in our intensive care unit beds has exponentially increased. In fact, if we don't get our hands around this virus quickly, in about 2 weeks, our hospital system could be in serious trouble. At least 2 counties in South Texas say they have hospitals already at full capacity. This news comes after officials in Texas, California, and Arizona rolled back their reopening plans. In Florida, however, Republican Governor Ron DeSantis said last week that the state was not going back on reopening, saying younger people were driving the spike, but that they were at less risk than older people. Republican Miami Mayor Francis X. Suarez called the growth extremely worrisome and said the growth was partially due to the early reopening of the state. There's no doubt that the fact that when we reopened, people started socializing as the virus didn't exist, end quote. Democratic Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego told ABC News that the state may have opened up too quickly and criticized the federal government's response to the virus and the lack of testing across the state. The Arizona Republic reported that in some cases, people have had to wait in line for 13 hours to be tested. Also, news out of the U.S. Third ex-police officer charged in George Floyd's death released from jail on bond. A third former Minneapolis police officer involved in the killing of George Floyd has been released from jail. According to Hennepin County Jail records, Tao Thao was released from custody with conditions on Sunday morning after posting $750,000 bond. Thao, 34, faces charges of aiding and abetting second-degree murder while committing a felony, as well as aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter with culpable negligence. He has not yet entered a plea. He's scheduled to appear in court on September 11. Thao is one of the 4 officers accused in the May 25th death of George Floyd, which sparked protest against racism and police brutality across the country and around the world. All have since been fired and are facing criminal charges. Derek Chauvin, the officer captured on camera kneeling on Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes, was charged with second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and manslaughter. He remains in custody on $1.25 million bail. Video of the incident shows Chauvin continuing to press his knee on Floyd's neck despite repeated pleas by Floyd that he couldn't breathe. The other 3 officers did not intervene. According to a criminal complaint filed in June, Thao brought out a hobble restraint to use on Floyd, but the officers decided not to use it and instead maintained their positions. The complaint describes how Thao stood guard against onlookers as 3 officers held Floyd down by the legs, back, and neck. And I take you to the island of Jamaica. Cronyism claim Lisa Hanna dodges charges but scolded for contract nepotism. There's never a dull moment in our political sphere, is there? Good afternoon to you. If you're just joining me, it's 11 minutes after 6 o'clock. Lisa Hanna, a legislator and spokesperson for the opposition People's National Party, PNP, election campaign, has escaped criminal charges but has been slammed for nepotism and cronyism in the award of millions of dollars in contracts in St. Anne in a ruling by the Director of Public Prosecutions, the DPP. Richard Lake, the husband of the St. Anne Southeastern Member of Parliament, might, however, be at risk of being charged. The ruling, I do apologize for that. It is 12 minutes after 6 o'clock. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez. Welcome to the segment keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. The ruling has been with Integrity Commission since July 2019, but has not been made public. And DPP Paula Llewellyn, who on Thursday confirmed sending her opinion to the anti-corruption body, declined to comment on the matter. However, the Gleaner has seen a copy of the state prosecutor's recommendations that were based on a referral from the Office of the Contractor General, the OCG, which conducted an investigation into allegations of impropriety and corruption at Hanna's constituency office and the award of contracts by the St. Anne Municipal Corporation. In November 2017, then Contractor General Dirk Harrison asked the DPP to consider whether conflict of interest was involved in Hanna's recommendation of contracts to 12 people linked to the PNP. The DPP was also to rule on whether Hanna, in her capacity as a Member of Parliament, willfully neglected to perform her duty and or willfully misconducted misconducted herself. The ruling said the OCG's findings did not rise to the level of a criminal charge, noting that nepotism and cronyism were not offenses under the law here. More would be needed to mount a criminal prosecution, it said. The document said that there was no allegation or evidence that Hannah departed from established procurement procedures and that a prosecutor could not prove either will misconduct or abuse of misconduct. During an appearance before the OCG, Hannah explained that she selected the contracts because they proved to be trustworthy. But the DPP said mistake, misjudgment, negligence, or even dishonesty in the award of government contracts are not in and of themselves sufficient to or conclusive to establish a foundation for a criminal charge. The DPP's assessment, which was also sent to the police, was scathing. It argued that the OCG's report revealed a culture of negligence and or unethical management in the award of contracts developed in the St. Anne Municipal Corporation, acting under the aegis of Miss Hannah. And continuing with the news. Multiple people shot, 5 dead following deadly holiday weekend, and this is out of Atlanta. Multiple people were shot and 5 people are dead after a violent 4th of July holiday weekend in Atlanta. At least 24 people were shot in and around Metro Atlanta overnight Saturday into Sunday evening. 4 people have died, with one of those shootings taking the life of an 8-year-old girl. The first shooting call came into Atlanta police around 9:50 p.m. when officers went to the area of University Avenue and I-75 where the 8-year-old girl was shot. It happened near the same location as the deadly shooting of Rayshard Brooks by Atlanta police in June. A short time later, around 11:30 p.m., shots rang out on the 1500 block of Hardy Street in northeast Atlanta. Officers arrived and found a man and woman had been shot, but neither wanted to talk to police about the shooting. Police said the shooting appeared to be caused when the victims confronted a group of people shooting fireworks outside their home. At some point, shots were fired and hit both victims. Both were taken to Grady Hospital. Around 15 minutes later, APD was on the way to another shooting, this one on the 1600 block of Lakewood Avenue in southeast Atlanta. Officers said the preliminary investigation found a group of people were standing around when someone drove by and fired multiple times at the group. A total of 5 people were shot and taken to local hospitals. Around 12:50 a.m., Atlanta police made their way to the next shooting, this one on the 400 block of Edgewood Avenue in southeast Atlanta. Police said the investigation showed the shooting victim had confronted another man who was talking to his girlfriend. A fight broke out, and during the fight, police said several people tried to pull the gun from the shooter, and it went off, hitting the victim in the arm. He was also taken to Grady Hospital, reportedly in stable condition. And it goes on and on and on. Also, taking you back to Jamaica. It's 17 minutes after 6 o'clock. Doctors claim bias. Now, this is an interesting headline. Interns who studied overseas say careers in limbo. The interns who studied in Cuba, China, and Russia told the Jamaica Observer that because their programs are not accredited, they are required to do a 1-year internship in Jamaica and then successfully sit the 2-part Caribbean Association of Medical Council CAMC examination before being fully registered as doctors in Jamaica. But the bone of contention for the group, referred to as locum interns, results from delays in sitting Part 2 of the CAMC exam, which they claim is limited by space, plus postponed of this year's test due to the COVID-19 outbreak. I quote, in Jamaica, much like many other countries, once you have studied abroad, you have to complete a licensing exam. The standardized examination used in Jamaica is the Caribbean Association of Medical Council, CAMC, which is set by the Medical Council of Jamaica, MCJ. One locum intern who studied in China told the Sunday Observer, and I quote, being promoted from medical intern to senior house officer is dependent on successfully completing this exam. Unfortunately, many international medical graduates are held back due to insufficient space to sit the exam and are forced to extend their internship indefinitely, the intern added. The MCJ's inability to address this ongoing issue has left many international graduates' careers in limbo for years. In September 2019, this was the harsh reality that befell many a hopeful locum medical interns who had passed Part 1 of the camp and who had paid for Part 2 in the anticipation of advancing to the next level of their careers. These medical interns were denied Part 2 of the exam due to limited slots, and even though the money was refunded, the disappointment and frustration was no easier to bear, end quote, the intern said. Even more frustrating was the fact that persons who were unable to sit Part 1 of the examination due to the coronavirus will be pushed back at least 2 sittings further, delaying matriculation into the healthcare system. Please consider the fact that there are not only Jamaican nationals being assessed in this exam. Doctors from India, Africa, and all over the Caribbean take part in this exam to be able to practice in Jamaica, the intern explained. Another locum intern who studied in Cuba shared that due to the postponement of the camp exam, she has had to extend her internship as no alternative or accommodation regarding the licensing exam has been made. The situation now for me and others like myself is that I am on my second extension of my internship, and even though I have completed 1 year of my internship already and successfully passed each rotation throughout the year, she said. She also stated that this postponement has added to a backlog of individuals waiting for years to sit the CAMC examination. And the article continues. 6:21 p.m. Want to say good afternoon to those of you who are tuning in. Now, I also came across another headline with regards to the cronyism, nepotism issue surrounding Lisa Hanna. And I would like to share that headline with you. If you would like to call, if there is a headline that piqued your interest, you may call me. The number is 914-600-4228. That's 914-600-4228. I do apologize for Mr. Wilby. I am not sure. He did reach out to me, but I had not seen his message, but it appears it's not likely that he will be here this afternoon. I don't recall seeing him, but I trust all is well. Right. All right. So he will not be able to join us this afternoon. 22 minutes after 6 o'clock, 914-600-4228. That's 914-600-4228. There is also another headlines where Peter Phillips is defending Lisa Hanna in this, again, cronyism, nepotism issue. Phillips defends Lisa Hanna from critics after DPP chides her for nepotism and cronyism. All right. Now, before I even make my comments there, PNP leader Dr. Peter Phillips is hitting back at critics of Southeast St. Anne Member of Parliament Lisa Hanna in light of a ruling by the Director of Public Prosecutions, the DPP. The DPP has chided Ms. Hanna for nepotism and cronyism in relation to to the award of millions of dollars in government contracts via the St. Anne Municipal Corporation. The DPP's ruling says the Contractor General's finding showed up a culture of negligence and unethical management in the award of contracts developed in the St. Anne Corporation, which acted under her aegis. Okay. Now, I heard on a very popular station this morning in Jamaica, where Dr. Peter Phillips, was stating that the sitting government has had numerous scandals since it came into office back in 2016. And so he is alluding to the fact that what the allegations are against Lisa Hanna, it's almost like he was downplaying it, that it is nothing like what is happening in the Jamaica Labour Party today. Now, the DPP, they did their investigations and all of that. And Miss Hannah's husband, allegedly, was awarded some of these contracts. Now, she says she didn't see anything wrong with it. And so she did what she had to do, right? She awarded these contracts and she didn't think anything was wrong with it. Now, as far as I can recall, when you are awarded contracts, the awardees ought to be credible. The contracts themselves are to be founded in a credible manner. So there are existing projects that are current projects that need to be done, and monies need to be dispersed accordingly. The allocation needs to be in right standing with, the laws and regulations and all of those things. When I would live, I tell people I lived in Jamaica longer than maybe some people have. So I've been there and heard and seen and read a lot of these inappropriate transactions. And a lot of people are misguided. They don't really know the do's and don'ts, some of them, because it was just recently that about 4 people were brought into question and charged, for embezzling and all those things. Now, I'm not alluding to the fact that that's what she did, but the fact that it came up simply means that something is not right. When people audit, when auditors go through, when they cross-check and the origin of a transaction and the supporting documentation and the consistency of this transaction and how, the paper trail, if at the end of it and they realize that something is not wrong, they start to make comparisons as to how frequently Mary Jane is getting these contracts and all those things, and what is your connection to it. That is how people find themselves in problems. So I don't want to discuss it much more than what we have presently, but it is out there. It is out there, and, Dr. Phillips came out and again was trying to defend her and all of that. Until a final judgment is brought, if there is one, I will have nothing more to say on it because they're still going through the process. of doing what they are doing. There is also the matter concerning the doctors. So let's have a conversation here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lady D.
Yes, dear.
Reading that news headline that you did, whether it's the JLP or the PNP, I don't agree with them when they do bad. They must be punished. I love one party, but if it's my party, just like here, because I've voted here more than Jamaica, and it's wrong. It's WRONG. It can't spell right. Either way, if it's my party that I love, I'm going to say it is wrong. And if it's the other party that I didn't vote for, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong.
Right.
When it's wrong, it's just wrong.
And I agree
yes,
with
and I
Go ahead.
Yes, it's wrong for the party that I love, and I would be discriminating if I said, oh, my party did that and I don't say anything. I said it is wrong. And when the other party did, it's just wrong. So they're saying the Labour Party did, but what they do is still wrong. And you can't call wrong right.
Right. I agree.
You know, so they just got to deal with it within the law and don't say what the Labour Party did or what the Labour Party did not do. They have their course too, and I would like to see try and everything straightened out, because wrong is just wrong.
I thank you for your comment, my dear.
God bless you, lady.
Oh, bless you too.
Bye-bye.
914-600-4228. I have 2 voice notes to play. I'll play the first. Let me see if I'm catching my bearings here. Now, I'm going to play a voice note for you. So I have 2. Okay, this one. So let me play 2 voice notes for you in this regard. And then I do have another headline that I came across that I also want to. Okay, let me run to the phone line here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lady D.
Hey there.
It's Pat calling again. I must agree with Gloria, Sister Gloria. You see, we are living in a society now where people's morals are at a very all-time low, and it doesn't matter which party. It's just what is right in the sight of God and what is right in the sight of our fellow man. You know, I really don't want to just downplay Jamaica. You see in the politics, you know, it doesn't matter if it's the PNP or the JLP, you know.
Right.
Whenever someone does something and it is wrong, they have to be held accountable. And we see there are so many wrongs in the parties, and it seems as if the wrongs are being swept under the rug. And it is not right. And, you know, who end up paying, you know, at the end of the totem pole, the poor, innocent citizens, you know?
Yes.
And so we see where the rich, they're always getting richer, and the poor will be getting poorer. So it's as if they have opted the American system, wherein each man for him or herself. And it is just not right. It is wrong. So, as Wendy Williams would say, allegedly. So we will let this ride until the, you know, the facts really come out. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Lady.
Thank you. And I have another follow-up that I'm going to do on it. Yes.
I'm listening. This is one evening we needed Chris.
Yes. Okay.
This is Chris area.
I
We
know.
needed Chris this evening. All right?
Right. Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. So taking you now to, she lashed out at them. And let me read this for you. Now, it reads, so she had her response, right? It reads, Southeast St. Anne MP Lisa Hanna is lashing out at the media as desperate following a disclosure today that the office of the DPP has chided her for nepotism and cronyism in relation to the award of millions of dollars in government contracts at the St. Anne Municipal Corporation. Sections of the print and electronic media reported today that the office of the DPP says between 2011 and 2015, there was a culture of negligence, cronyism, and unethical management in the award of contracts to PNP cronies by the St. Anne Municipal Corporation. The DPP says the corporation acted with the protection and support of Ms. Hannah. Ms. Hannah took to social media today, that was the day when that article came out, I think that was July 3rd, and blasted the media as desperate. That's what she says. The opposition MP quoted a section of the ODP's ruling which said there was no allegation or evidence that she departed from established procurement procedures or breached the criminal law. But in her social media post today, Ms. Hannah excluded mention of a section of the DPP's ruling where the DPP says the Contractor General's findings showed up a culture of negligence and unethical management in the award of contracts developed in the St. Anne Corporation, which acted under her aegis. Hannah also excluded from her social media rebuttal today a section of the DPP's findings which says an impartial and fair-minded observer could legitimately form the view that the corporation was being used as a vehicle through which PNP cronies were awarded CD fee funds and contracts. The DPP also recommended that a member of Hannah's constituency executive, Joan MacDonald, be criminally charged for misleading the Contractor General. And the DPP raised the possibility of Hannah's husband and PNP NEC member Richard Lake being charged if MacDonald stands by her statement that Lake influenced her to make a false statement to the OCG. Hannah, Lake, and MacDonald have denied wrongdoing. All right, so again, this is her rebuttal, and we will wait for the additional findings and see. But there is always going to be a he said, she said, I did not. In these kinds of things, I am going to deflect. Somebody's going to have to take the fall, but not me. That's how these things work. And it's very unfortunate. Sometimes, you know, when you find yourself into, I always use the term position of influence, and you are responsible for very crucial and critical areas of your management portfolio, you have to be very careful because, you know, when you have authority over some things, and when it comes on to the management of money and so on, you have to always be careful. And sometimes you can't be too careful because there's always something that's going to present itself. You know, that we always have to try and be careful no matter what. And nobody is exempt, you know, from anything. Because anything can catch you. We shouldn't just walk around thinking that, you know, I have built a credible, you know, my credibility precedes, you know, what I do and so on. It don't work that way. So that, we are going to leave that out. 914-600-4228. That's 914-600-4228. Today is keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. Again, if you'd like to call me, the number is 914-600-4228. The show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Want to say good afternoon to those of you who are tuning in on my YouTube channel, Inside the Zone live stream, those of you on 104.5, 101.7 FM, and reminding you Fun in the Sun is virtual this year. The concert is at 6 p.m., ends at 9 p.m., and the food distribution starts at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, August 1. So remember, those of you who want to get food, you have to come out early so you can get your food, and then you have time to go home. Do all you have to do, sit before your television sets or on your mobile device and watch the show live. It promises to be great. We are going to be doing so much, okay? We're going to do a whole lot. So what can I say? Looking forward to having you join us so we can break the internet. That's what we're anticipating. So I came across, a long time I haven't gone over to the Star, because a lot of people always know that the Star have no, we would use the term, they have no qualms. They just put things out there. They seem to have tapered quite a bit in recent times, but the Star don't joke. But there's always the segment in there about Tell Me Pastor. So I came across this one. It says, Pastor wants me and my boyfriend to get married. So hear this one, because I had to say, oh well. Dear Pastor, this is the first time I'm writing to you. I am 20 years old and I have a boyfriend who is 21. He works as a mechanic and is helping to send me to school. So that part of it, my flag went up right away, because we know how some of those things work out. The guys at his workplace are always looking at me. He told me that some of them asked him, how was he so fortunate to get a pretty girl like me? So you know where that is going. Now hear the big part. I'm a Christian and I go to church. And from the time we met, I have been encouraging him to come to church, and he has. The only thing I know that we do wrong is that we have sex. Both of us love sex. So I don't want to behave as if I'm accusing him of something I don't like. I'm living with my mother and my boyfriend lives alone. He was living with his father, but his father asked him to leave and find a place on his own because his father has a girlfriend and she is pregnant. Oh boy. My mother is not against my relationship. She said I'm old enough to have a boyfriend, but I should remember that she's not going to let any grandchild hold her down. So I should know what I'm doing. All right. Mother putting out her disclaimer right there. I do not go to school on Saturdays. So I go and I stay with my boyfriend on a Thursday, then return to my mother on Friday evening and take groceries home for her. I also give her something out of the money I get from my boyfriend. Anybody see how muddled up this is getting? We are poor, but we are trying. My pastor questioned me about my boyfriend. He's encouraging us to get married, but we are not ready for that. My boyfriend wants to go away. He asked me if I can be faithful to him, and I told him yes. Anybody see a further issue here? But he said if the pastor asked him about marriage again, he will stop attending the church. I don't want this man to leave me. He's my second boyfriend. My first boyfriend cannot walk in his shoes. And I believe the poor man couldn't walk in the shoes because he didn't have no money. So here is the response. Dear S.A., at the risk of people saying that I'm defending the pastor, I must say to you that I doubt very much that he intended to be nosy or force you into marriage. He probably was not even aware that you are just 20. Even if he knew your age, he was probably trying to encourage you to walk uprightly and not to warn you that there is a danger of cohabitating outside of marriage. I'm sure the pastor is hoping that this man would fully commit himself to Christ and you. I believe that it is your desire that if he attends church with you, he would commit himself to Christ. You are not inviting him to church because you want to get married. Both of you are not ready for that. Both of you are having sex and you're committed to each other. You love this man and he loves you. Even his co-workers are jealous of him and wonder how he got you. He is a kind young man and he knows his responsibilities towards you. Make sure that you are true to him. Your mother has warned you not to get pregnant. She wants you to wait until you get married. I hope you will take her advice. I hope that the pastor will not encourage you to get married until you are both ready. You are fortunate that your boyfriend is helping you to go to school and supporting you the very best he can financially. Stick with him and assist him as much as you can. Perhaps he should go back to school himself. So when you graduate, don't walk away from him as so many young women do to their boyfriends. They use them and dump them. Pastor. All right. So what is your take on this? Because I picked out of it. Now, this is common to many people. This is not just about this person in question here. This is common to many. It's common to non-Christian. It's common to Christian, right? So it goes across the board. She's 20, he's 21. Now, he's also now one, she gets money from him. Two, her mother made sure to tell her, don't bother come home with no baby because I ain't going to help you look after baby. And three, you hear, he's trying to travel to go overseas. Now, a lot of times when they are this young, many people can tell you that they were married young. There are some marriages that have lasted decades and they're still together and they got married young. There are people who got married, they say love at first sight, right? And then there are those who got married in their 20s. And many of those are still together. And over time, a breakdown happened. People just found new interest, that kind of thing. And they will tell you they evolved, right? But here is a young woman now, 20. She gets money from him. She take home money to mother. She carry home grocery, right? So she's comfortable because of what she's getting. And she made sure to say that the first boyfriend, he wasn't cutting it because she wasn't getting anything from him. So what do you think is her key interest in him at this point? Do you think she wants better for herself, for her future? Do you think she's so in love with him that she don't know what to do with herself? And in the event he goes overseas, what do you think will happen? Will she fall apart? Will she pick up the pieces? You tell me. 914-600-4228. That's just my sidebar in my segment this afternoon. 914-600-4228. 20, want to settle down too soon? Let me hear your views. 914-600-4228. I want to hear from you. And just want to let you know that the show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. I have 14 minutes to go to wrap up the show. Today is Monday. So on a Monday, for your lunch or your dinner, you can stop by and order your ital stew, your fried chicken, your curried goat, your brown stew fish. You can even order your baked salmon with chili sauce. Baked salmon with chili sauce. That's what I'm talking about. So give them a call, 718-324-7484. That's Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. And I thank them so much for sticking and staying with me here inside the zone with the Lady D, Denise Gomez. Let me hear from you, 914-600-4228. What is your story on your take on this letter to Pastor? Pastor wants me and my boyfriend to get married. What do you think? What do you think? You let me know. Gonna take some music for you, reminding you it is my Inner Circle Monday here inside the zone. 6:47. Man, the time has gone by so quickly. Let's see who wants to share their thoughts with me on this matter. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, Lady D?
Yes.
Yeah, my response to dear pastor, you know, young people, they say they're in love. I hope it's for the long haul. I don't want to put a damper on this here relationship, but I see a couple of things in the future. This young lady, she probably has good intentions, but as far as I can see, she's getting the money which she needs. She's getting the finances. She's getting herself to go back to school. She's preparing herself. Who knows what's going to happen when she finishes school? Because there are so many young women who have been in a similar situation like herself.
Right.
And the moment they complete school, they feel they have no need for the person who was there through the thick and thin, who helped them financially and even emotionally. Now, as far as even getting married, you know, young people today, they feel to say, why should I buy the cow when I can just get the milk?
Right.
So she's having the sex, yes, and she says they both love sex, but there's more to the relationship than the sex. Because looking at the relationship long term down the road, you know, when the sizzle die out, what's going to happen, you know?
Yes.
It's for the sex or just the relationship. So, you know, they have to be mature enough to be able to be responsible for what is going to happen down the road. Now, the young man wants to immigrate to the States. There's a wealth of opportunity when one immigrates to the States. And it's just unfortunate that when he leaves her down there, one of those same friends, you know, might just be the one to take up the opportunity, you know, to pursue her, you know. Right. I mean, not that we're trying to foresee the future, but these are the possibilities we see that can pop up. But they both need counseling, you know, not just to get married. They both need counseling to see where their head is,
right.
where do they see themselves within the next 5 to 10 years. Because if she's going to school and when she finishes school, if he's not in school, what is going to happen to him? Where is he, you know, academically?
Right.
Is he willing to pursue, you know, a career? He wants to go back to school, whatever, you know, he wants to do. So these are opportunities. They are still young and they have their whole lives ahead of them.
Yes.
But as far as the sex is concerned, if she's in church, that's not a good idea for her to be having sex, you know, with her boyfriend and they're not married, because, you know, we know the problems that can arise.
Yes.
So she has, she really needs some counseling and to let her know that if it's the sex you want, you're going to get married. And if you don't want the sex, you leave the young man alone and just pursue your academic career. And then when they are both financially stable, then they can pursue and get married, because sex will always be there. You can't run down the sex.
Right.
The sex will always be there.
Thank you.
So those are my concerns that I foresee, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. You're welcome, Lady D.
No problem. Let's see. Is there someone else on the line? Okay. 914-600-4228. What is your take? 20 years old, in a relationship with a 21-year-old young man. And let's see who has their own thoughts on this. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon again, Lady D.
Hi, Pat. Hi, Gloria.
Yes, good afternoon, Sister Pat. As Sister Pat was saying, she hit the nail right on the head. We're not saying she doesn't have good intention, or both of them.
Right.
But I had a neighbor when I was in Jamaica when my children were small. She got married and she has 3 children. And her mother was in the United States here, and she said she's not coming because that break up marriage. The young man had a girlfriend before, and the marriage was broken, and she never came to her mother. If she came, it's afterwards.
Oh.
So, yes, we got to be careful. She's saying that if she come to her mother, it will break, and she was in Jamaica, and it broke up just the same. So both of them gotta be careful, and a lot of people, if you're getting money and getting your family help, a lot of us will take it, but you gotta know what you want. If you mean the person, and it could, if you will live a life down the road with that person, you know, get all together and such like you're just not loving them for the funds that they can provide you with.
Yes, yes. And you know,
the help.
A lot of us have had children, and some of us were not ready, some were ready. Some people, you see, having children were nowhere near ready for motherhood and you know, to take up, you know, paternal responsibilities. So, and usually when people are trying to counsel you, you think you know. You think you know, you start to answer how, yes, I know that. But the more you get deeper and deeper into the relationship, you realize that you're taking on something more so when children start coming in there. Yes, I told them have to know where their heads are before they get involved in such a deep. Of course. As Sister Pat said, they're young, and, you know, so many changes can go on during the course of time. Of course.
They grow apart from each other. But if it can work, and it will work, if the two of them, as you say, get counseling and they dedicate themselves to each other, it will. But, you know,
thank you.
Some of those things going and it don't last.
That's true. Thank you, Glory.
Okay, safe travel home now and be careful.
Blessings. Thank you. Alrighty, Inside the Zone, 5 minutes to 7 o'clock, wrapping up with some music for you on a Monday. Let's see which one of my Inner Circle selections I have here for you. I'm gonna play this one here.
This song is dedicated to all the children in the world.
Whatever happened to my garden of black roses? Oh, nurturing years of so long. Whatever happened to my garden of black roses? They say a stranger treated them wrong.
It's Inner Circle Monday. Black Roses. Original version from 1990.
That means so much to me. One of reality, yeah. A garden of love, none like this before. One of a kind of quality, yeah. A prayer for you and me. Oh, whatever happened to my garden of black roses? Oh, nurturing years of so long. Tell me, whatever happened to my garden of black roses? They say a stranger treated them wrong. If we can keep the candles burning to shelter them from pain, or let them laugh again, shower the world with their innocence, whose tears felt like rain. History remains the same. Whoa. But one by one they come up missing. Strangers thought I was sleeping. Some life mean nothing to some people. Watch out now, we got them on the run. Whatever happened to my garden of black roses? Oh, nurturing years of so long, so long. Whatever happened to my garden of black roses? They say a stranger treated them
Closing out this show this afternoon, the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. I'd like to say thanks to Corey's Eats, 3762 Boston Road, for sponsoring the show this afternoon. Give them a call, 347-947-9200. Get your red velvet waffle, your jerk chicken, or your fried chicken. Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. 718-324-7484. Get your stew peas today.
Mama cry, daddy cry. Oh, Mother Nature.
Thanks to 88.9 for broadcasting on their platform today. And to the listeners of 104.5, 101.7, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have yourselves a great, great Monday afternoon. I'm going home to rest and do whatever I'm doing. So, I wish for you a blessed Monday. I want you to dance your way into your evening. Blessings to everyone. I'll be back on Thursday with Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Blessings, everyone. A lot of love. Love yourselves, love your children, and remember, in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. Love, love, love. Mwah, I'm out of here.